Hey everyone, and welcome to my first submission for Cabin Fever 2022. Figured I'd start things off with a division I've never actually competed in before, and that is the Division 5 or muzzle loading division. So what you see before you is a Traditions Kentucky rifle. This is, I believe, their deluxe model, so it's got the set trigger and all that. But this is a flintlock rifle. This is also my first ever black powder gun, and let's just say I should not have started on hard mode. I did not realize how much went into black powder shooting. Pretty much self-taught. Shot this thing a bunch, just trying to, well, a bunch for a muzzle loader, just trying to get this thing ready to run through this division. Now, originally, I had planned on using the official Cabin Fever Challenge target. However, my printer decided that a half bar for the black ink actually meant it was empty, so I'm having to resort to these sticker style ones. I'll show the measurement with a tape measure once we're done. And we count the hits. If you're not familiar with what the Cabin Fever Challenge is, first of all, I guess I'm surprised you've made it this far in the video, but I'll have links below. This is basically a competition headed up by a channel called Rifle Chair out of Canada. I've helped out with it the last couple of years and been competing in it, but again, this is my first time with the muzzle loaders. I don't expect it to be fast. The score should be my lowest in Cabin Fever Challenge history, just as a byproduct of the muzzle loading division, but it should be fun nonetheless. Now, I am far from outfitted appropriately for this division, as this is one of the most cosplayed divisions in Cabin Fever Challenge. People like 3-Bar D Murray, people like Tudenon, people like British muzzleloaders are always bringing in the cosplay drip. The closest I can do is a little tricorn that I made out of my multicam boonie hat. This will have to suffice. Hopefully next year I'll have a little bit more of an ensemble to go with it, but let's go ahead, see how I was able to do with this and see if this is going to be worth my time next year. It is. It's going to be worth my time really no matter how well I do, but let's just see how I was able to do with this muzzleloader. So I guess before I talk about myself, I'll go ahead and let you guys say, how do you think I did? Let's just say I think it could have gone better. Basically, as you can probably tell from the footage, I had a significant number of failures to fire on my round shot from the prone position. I tried just refilling the pan a couple times. I've had that work before. Ended up just having to get into my tools, get a little pick to try to pick out the touch hole, just to try to clear that out. And I did notice some pretty hard stuff in there. I've already changed out the touch hole, so if you guys have recommendations on things I can do to increase the reliability of this thing actually firing, please throw those in the comment section down below. I'm gonna set the Old Traditions Kentucky rifle down and see how we did. And while I'm doing that, I already mentioned 3-bar D videos, or Murray over there. He's actually run the exact same style of rifle through the Cabin Fever Challenge, and when I went back and rewatched his video, I noticed he had some issues as well, although I think that was a byproduct of being at well below 0 degrees centigrade up there in Canada. But as you guys saw from the footage, I actually did do pretty well. So let me grab I'll roll in a picture with a tape measure showing that this is indeed an 8-inch circle, but we did get 4 shots, all of which on target. I'll do the math after the fact because I don't know what my time was. I haven't had a chance to review the footage. I'm just trying to get this done before anyone else comes out onto this range and starts shooting. But 4 hits on target out of 4 shots. If we can just make things go a little bit faster by not having to deal with flash in the pan issues, I think we'll be doing pretty good. So this is really just me to set a bar to shoot for next year. Maybe next year I'll use a percussion cap. Just maybe not go full hard mode on myself, but hopefully by then I'll have sorted out these issues. So again, I'm pretty stoked. I am happy. I knew this rifle was capable of it. I knew that these rifles have taken the lives of many redcoats out there. So I knew the rifle could do it. It's just whether or not I could do it. And just for what it's worth, this is a 50 caliber muzzle loader. I'm just shooting the Hornady black powder 50 caliber balls, lead balls, nothing too fancy there. Using some GoX powder, nothing too crazy. But again, how do you guys think I did? If you guys have recommendations, again, I am self-taught with this black powder stuff. I've watched some videos, I've talked to some people, but I have no formal guidance whatsoever. So if you have recommendations to make this smoother for next year, please let me know. I did bring out a powder horn with me, but I just figured that I'm already taking a big bite out of something new with this guy. And this is a gorgeous rifle. I really enjoy shooting this, and shooting this definitely gives you an appreciation for modern firearms because again, that is by far the slowest Cabin Fever challenge, although the most accurate, I guess. That is the only Cabin Fever challenge I've shot where it's 1 for 1 for every target, 100% accuracy. So now usually in these videos it's customary to challenge someone. So I've already talked to him a little bit, making sure he's okay with it, but I am going to be challenging GB Guns out of McMinnville. Him and I have done some videos together. Hopefully he'll have time. I'm doing these challenges pretty late. Hopefully he'll have time to run some of these, but Graham Bates, I'm looking at you. Go ahead and get out there, get to 100 yards, see what you can do. I don't know if you have any muzzle loaders, but I know you got some cool rifles to be able to run the Cabin Fever challenge with. So hopefully we'll see some submissions from you. And anyone else out there that wants to get out and do this, again, the link to the rules and introduction of the Cabin Fever Challenge will be down below. It's a lot of fun. Really, for me, it's just kind of competing against myself. The placement doesn't really matter. Although if you want to place in the top 5, muzzleloader division's almost guaranteed the way place to do that because there's always so few submissions. So anyway, stay tuned for more of my Cabin Fever Challenge videos. But as always, I hope you got something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.